Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to do a freeze-dried meal or a side. It's going to be black beans and rice. The wife was cooking dinner a couple weeks ago and she just threw some rice and a can of black beans into the pot and added some beef stew mix to it. So it was like something like this. Okay. I'm going to try to make mine from scratch as much as possible. I've got a 50-pound bag of rice. That's why you're not seeing it in the video. I've got black beans that have been soaking overnight. I rinsed them several times, searched through them to make sure there's no rocks or anything that looks off. I think what I'm going to do is I've got some, what is this called? Beef soup bones. I'm going to try to sear that off and get some flavor out of that. Maybe there's a little bit of meat on there. I don't know. I've never had those before. Let's see, I'm going to do this, try to do this in the Instant Pot. I'll probably have to do 2 batches because there's a pound of beans rehydrated right here or soaking. And then I'm going to try to do 3 or 4 cups of rice. Rice will double in size. So let's say I do 3, it'll actually give me 6 cups of cooked rice. So I've got this and then I want to do the 6 cups of cooked rice. I will let you know as this video progresses what I've decided to do and what I've ended up with, so just stay with me. Hey everybody, got the beef soup parts. I think it's what the beef soup bones. Yeah, that's what it is. Searing off in the Instant Pot. I'm going to deglaze it with some rice vinegar that is seasoned. So I didn't want to use, obviously, an oil or anything. I wanted to use something to deglaze it. I'm not going to use a bunch, so it won't affect the flavor a whole lot, but it'll get all that flavoring off the bottom of the pan. I will let this go for, I don't know, probably another 10 minutes, sear it off, just trying to get that cooked. Alright everybody, so now this just looks like a dirty pan, but I'm going to take the rice vinegar, like I said, it was seasoned. Couple tablespoons and deglaze it, or clean all the stuff off the bottom. Now all that just becomes flavor in our beans on top of the beef stew pack we're going to put in there. And on the oven I've got 6 cups of water going. I'm going to do, let's see, ended up with 4 cups of beans. So I've got, well, over 4 cups, that's 5. So I'm going to try to double the amount of rice. We'll see how that comes out. Stay with me. Alright, so I got the beans in here. I want to put the meat back in. Let's put that in there. Get some more flavoring off that. I'm going to add water to this, bring it up about halfway, and then put the lid on this and pressure cook it and get the rice done, and I'll bring it back. Alright everybody, beans are done. I pressure cooked them for about 2.5 hours after letting them soak overnight. Rice, I ended up doing 6 or 7 cups. Cooked it all. So now I'm going to add my beef stew seasoning. I'm just going to add that directly to the beans. And give it a good mix. I got this metal catering pan. Found it at a yard sale. I think I got like 3 or 4 of them for $5. Make sure it was cleaned out, stainless steel, and I'm gonna mix all the stuff in it because it's just gonna be easier that way. So here's the white rice. That's a big blob of rice. Probably overcooked it a little bit, but that's okay. Kind of what I wanted. My hands are clean. I just threw rice on the counter. I don't know how big that pot is, so that's still a little warm. Maybe that liquid will help separate the rice. Trying to get it mixed in without smashing the beans, and it's working perfectly. These big chunks of You can add whatever seasoning, packets, or anything else you want. I just decided to put the beef stew in there because my wife did that once before, and I asked her after I started the video if she used the beef stew, and she couldn't remember if that or one of the onion mixes. So you can do anything you want, any kind of beans, any kind of rice. So make sure all the big chunks of rice are separated. Alright, that's mixed nice and neat. What I'm going to do next is I will portion this into or onto my freeze dryer trays. Probably weigh them out. I'll actually weigh them out this time to about 3 pounds each, because my freeze dryer's maximum weight capacity of freeze drying is 12 pounds. So I might got 2.5, 3 pounds depending on what the first one comes out as. So just stay with me and I'll bring you back for that. Alright everybody, so it has come to my attention that there is not a whole lot of flavor in that beef stew mix. So what I've decided to do is I'm adding a onion soup and dip mix to it. I just mixed a little bit of water just to get the, oh, got it in there. Just a little bit of that, just to hopefully add some more flavor. Plus there's onions in it that will rehydrate once you reconstitute. And I'm also adding some onion powder. I'm just, you know, I'm going to dress it up because I don't want bland food. So, let's see, I got some cumin here. This is one of my favorite seasonings, especially as a barbecue. Oh geez, that's a lot, but it will be alright. There's just a lot of food here for the one pack of beef stew mix. And I tasted it and it was like, tastes like rice and beans without any flavoring. So that's just pink Himalayan salt. I actually think that's a jar that I actually smoked. And then this is just seasoned salt. It's actually a French fry seasoning that I have from a, and it's a barbecue spice. I don't even know what's in that, but I'm sure it'll dress it up. So, and then I'll get back in here. So fun. So, yeah, taste your stuff before you put it in. Because I think the rice that my wife made, it would have been a way smaller batch compared to the pack. So, if you wanted to just use the beef stew, maybe 4 packs of beef stew mix. So, let me stop the recording. I'll come back, taste it, and tell you how it tastes. Alright. Okay, so I tasted it. It tastes 100 times better. So just season stuff or add more packets of the seasoning. So, alright, I'll get this weighed up on trays and bring you back for that. See you guys. Alright everybody, got them all trayed up. I got 4 trays, 3 pounds each. So I put my dividers in here just to separate, because I'm trying to get, you know, let me zoom out here for you. It'll be 2 meals per tray or 2 batches, or even I could do each individual section. And there was this much left over in the pan, probably another 3 pounds. So if I would have had a large freeze dryer, it would have worked, but I got a medium one, so, which I'm extremely happy with the medium one. So there we go. I'm gonna get this in a freeze dryer and I will bring you back as soon as it's done. Alright everybody, the black beans and rice is done. Let's see, I weighed them when I first put them in the tray. I weighed it out to 3 pounds, zeroed out my scale, and put 3 pounds of rice and beans on there. I zeroed another tray out on my scale and came up with 13 ounces. So it reduced almost 2 pounds, like 3 ounces, something like that. So it's done, nice and dry. Ran for quite a bit. We added some time because of work, but so my wife was actually nibbling on it just the way it is. She said it was good, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. And the way I portion these with my metal tray dividers, They don't go, they'll even out this way, but they don't go even here. So this is longer than this. So what I'll do is just take this one, this whole row, make it one bag, and so on. So it'll roughly be even amount. And let's see, you can literally add a pound of water to it, or a pound and a half of water to rehydrate and get back to your normal weight. Being as it's, it was 3 pounds. Let's see, yeah. So roughly these are 6 ounces each, 6.5 ounces each. The halves, So there we go. Here's a good thing to add to food storage. This will give us 8 meals or 8 sides. Add something to it, add some freeze-dried meat or whatever. So there we go. Alright guys, thanks for watching.